Well, we have rebuilt teams that haven't won MCG grand finals since the 60s. Melbourne and St Kilda. Will do be able to get some free agents coming to the Bulldogs. As considering speaking of the Bulldogs, they haven't won a premiership in 10 years. I know Buku Karmas, he's going to be late. He nearly went to Carlton in real life. Now let's find a replacement for him. How about Lee Kalia? From the Giants as a free agent. He's desperate to leave GWS. Considering with Sam Taylor in the backline and along with a few others. Let's give him a 5-year contract. And here we go. Lee Kalia's our first free agent after the Bulldogs. Oops. Midfielders. Lockie Sullivan, he was a part of Collingwood. He was a part of the Western Bulldogs VFL program for a few years in 2020, until he went to Collingwood in 2024. Is it time to bring him home to the Western Bulldogs? It is. He's home. He's home back at the Bulldogs. And now the trade period's officially open. Let's deal with the Gold Coast Suns. Well, considering the drama that was happening surrounding Jamara Ugle-Hagan last season, him refusing to play for the Western Bulldogs and falling out with his coaches and his staff and his playing team. You know what, Ugle-Hagan, if you don't want to beat the Bulldogs, well, you can go. Well, you can go to the Gold Coast Suns. Can be able to bring Sheed in as a free agent for a bit of squad depth if he hasn't retired yet. Let's just give him a 1-year deal. And here we go. Dom Sheed's off to the Bulldogs on a 1-year contract. Well, there was a move that happened just like in real life in this one. Miss Rebuild Starcevic is still off to the Eagles, but Calamarchi, he's off to the Dockers. Caleb Smith was traded to Hawthorn to make way for Cash Adair going to Richmond. Just like his uncle Greg, from when he left the Bulldogs to go to Richmond, left Hawthorn to go to Richmond all those years ago. After all these free agents came and all these trade people coming in, like Budrick. Let's do a trade with Carlton. We're going to be parting company with Buku Karmas, Luke Cleary, Lockie McNeil. And who else do I send to the baggers? And let's send... Who else? Maybe Zach Walker. Off Carlton's way for pick 52. As we're doing a bit of a list clear out here to the new boy. Anyways, back to this rebuild. Next deal we're doing, let's talk to the West Coast Eagles. We'll give him Liam Jones. Who else do I send to West Coast? This one rebuild. I reckon that's about it. We'll give him. Let's get picks 64 and 66. Get Liam Jones off our books. Primary list for James O'Donnell. He's just been promoted to the senior list. We're kind of doing a bit of a list clear out here at the Dogs. Hello, North Melbourne. We'll give you Riley Garcia for pick 55. The clear out continues here at the Western Bulldogs. That's next deal we're dealing with Adelaide. Hang on. We're sending Vandermeer to the... Hang on, I think we got a better deal for life than Vandermeer. Let's send him to Geelong. As we all know, Vandermeer, he's had a pretty good friendship with Bailey Smith. So the Western Bulldogs could get a 99 rated midfielder. Who could easily help the Western Bulldogs win centre clearances? This 99 rated midfielder wants $1 million per season. 3-year deal for the 99 rated mid, and we just got another deal. As the Western Bulldogs have gone from the cat, gone from Latham Vandermeer to a 99 rated mid. Next deal for the Dogs. How about the Crows? Let's give the Bulldogs an unhappy. Let's give the Crows an unhappy James O'Donnell. In return for a 99 rate of Ford. Well, that improves the midfield and forward line a lot for the Dogs. These Bulldogs, they must have let a lot of their academy boys go over the years. To see them shine at other clubs. Also, we'll need another ruckman just in case if English gets injured. Hello, Brisbane. We'll give the Lions Harvey Gallagher and James O'Donnell. And pick 64. In return for an old Bulldog. He was a part of their VFL squad. Darcy Fort. The two-time Brisbane Premiership ruckman is now a Bulldog. As he returns back to his former home. Free agency period's closing and we got a trade offer proposed. Buzzlinger for Rogers, and we declined to deal with the Gold Coast Suns. We'll remember Geelong got Warple in real life. Hawks. Kamek. Henry Hustwaite. We'll remember in real life, he nearly got traded to Essendon for Zach Merritt. And now we got him to the Dogs. Welcome to the Bulldogs, Henry Hustwaite. They were originally going to get him. Now, he originally wanted him in the draft a few years ago to replace a few midfielders like Lockie Hunter and Josh Dunkley. Speaking of Dunkley, speaking of Josh Dunkley, he's a two-time premiership winner for Brisbane. He won a premiership for us in 2016. And you know what? It's the perfect time. Welcome home, Josh Dunkley. Welcome back to the kennel. Welcome back to the kennel. The return of one of our premiership players. And our next draft pick is number 32. And what do we need? We need another key back. And I reckon Wilkinson might be the play. for the Western Bulldogs. Rookie draft time. We'd seen the Kangaroos have just got Louis Butler. Well, we were going about to take Darcy McPherson in the draft, in the rookie drafts, but where did he go? Is he retired? Is he retired or something? Let me have a check. There's no Darcy McPherson around in this game. Probably in this. So we decided to draft Sam Felp from Port Melbourne in the rookie draft. Pick number 21. Can we get another one of our one of our homegrown players? And we draft Luca Miratore from our VFL program. You know, let's give Bailey Dale the number 2, Guernsey. He's got a bit of Bob Murphy. About him. Twelve. Self-8 for Bennett. Hang on a minute. Bailey Dale, just give him back his 31. Might swap Jed Busling into number 2. And give Josh Dunkley his number 5 back. The number he used to wear for the Bulldogs. Lee Collier will get 19. Budrick 23. Sullivan 18, 15. We'll give 18 to Fort, 24 to Hustwaite, 36 to Philp. Sheed to wear 25. Ratore 37. Wilkinson to wear 30. We're 30. Selwood to wear 32. And that's about it for our New Guernsey numbers for 2026. Free agent. And yet the women's trade period's officially open as well. Trading with Collingwood. 28 for 23. Hyde. 3-year contract. Accepted. Maybe a first-round pick swap with Charlie Rybon for the Gold Coast Suns. That's accepted as well. This pick swap with the Gold Coast Suns. Can 2026 be the year of the Dogs? Can we get this premiership out the way? Oh no, still no Waitman for the Dogs. Well, at least we got Sullivan. Put Budrick in over Philp. Yeah, Hustwaite to play midfield. Hines to be the substitute. Hang on, we'll put Muratore in. Good start to pre-season. Good start to 2026 for the Dogs. Next up, we got Sydney. Oh no, we got no astronaut. We don't have Norton for this game. Positive is at least we'll get to see what Croft will be like for the. At least we'll get to see like what Croft will be like for the Dogs. Draw comes in for Hustwaite. Not good enough. We lost to Sydney in round one. Oh no. Two of our 99 rated players are out injured. Let's readjust the lineup, Penny. Ready for round two against the Sydney. Round number two against whoever the Dogs are versing. Hustwaite comes in for Bennett for this 99 rated player. Well, we're versing Melbourne. How did we lose to them? Not a good way to start our premiership aspirations. We're 15th after 0-2. Not a good start for the Dogs. Oh, Connor Budrick's not that kind of guy to lead this squad. So, we're just going to have to recall this 99 rated player. There we go, back on the winners list. Dogs are back on the winners list, as we got North on Good Friday. This will be it looks like it's back to Good Friday footy for the Dogs. We haven't played on the Kick for the Kids game since 2021. To be honest, I remember the last time the Western Bulldogs played on Kick for the Kids Good Friday. Josh Bruce kicked 10 that match against the Kangaroos. If you're a Bulldogs fan, do you remember the game when Josh Bruce kicked 10 goals against North Melbourne in 2021? And well, we just beat them again by 108 points. Oh no, we got an injury to Leber. Next up, we got Port Adelaide. Well, at least we got Waitman back. We got Waitman back in the side. Philp to come in to make his debut for the Dogs. And they get their first win over Port Adelaide in Adelaide since 2021. And that was the prelim final when the Dogs absolutely belted Port Adelaide. You're a Bulldog. If you're a Bulldogs fan watching this video, do you remember that prelim win over the Power back in 2021? This is the team full of defenders against GWS and Ballarat. And this approach worked. Oh no, now we've got Cooper Hines out with back spasms. Well, this Bulldogs team are beginning to gel. Finally, we're beginning to gel here at the Bulldogs. 1 point! First win over the Crows in Adelaide since 2010. Been 16 years now since the Bulldogs beat the Crows. It's been 16 years since the Western Bulldogs beat the Crows in Adelaide. Sanders comes back in the squad. But we can't get it done against Collingwood. We just can't seem to get it done with all these injuries. Next up, we got the Dockers at Marvel. Well, we got it done against Fremantle, at least. 5th on the ladder. And we got the L against Port Adelaide. Again. We got a mid-season draft pick to come. So we're going with Trent Bianco. He was in our VFL program once upon a time. Win. We've got to pick up some more wins. We can't afford to lose. Remember in 2016, the Dogs, well, we were in the elimination final. Looked like we had no hope of winning the premiership, but we came back and got it done. Loss, win. We finished the season in 2nd spot, as we will be versing Collingwood in the qualifying final. Who are we going to get in to replace Lob? Well, we got Croft in, which means I might have to chuck this 99 rate. We might chuck this 99 rated player in defence. We might chuck this 99 rated forward in defence. And guess who else is back? Alex is this other 99 rated player. James Harms. Might have him come in to be our super sub. Waitman's injured. Might give Caulfield the backup kick out duties. Well, in our first top 4 finish since 2010, the Western Bulldogs have won their first qualifying final. They've won their first final as a top 4, first week in finals as a top 4 team since the first time since 1998. Next up in the prelim, well, it's a bit of a scary 4 for the Bulldogs fans. It's not going to be a good one for the prelim. They're going to be versing the Crows. As the Crows have beaten them in preliminary finals in the past. like 1997, like remember the 1997 preliminary final? This was a nightmare for Bulldogs. The Bulldogs thought they had the job done. And are going to be on their way to making the grand final for the first time since 1961 at that point. They ended up losing by a kick thanks to Darren Jarman and Nigel Smart. 1998, McLeod and Robin done the damage and won by over 10 goals. Well, just like in 97 and 98, Adelaide are through to the grand final against the Bulldogs. Well, our 10-year drought looks like our 10-year drought won't be coming on end. Our last premiership we won was 2016. Well, I think a few more needs to be done if we want to be a very good squad in 2027. Miratore, Bramble, Selwood, Jackson, Kennedy have all been delisted. We'll be able to re-sign them. Now we go to the free agent market. Yep, I think the Bulldogs will definitely need to work a lot harder to keep Josh Dunkley happy. Otherwise, you'll probably want to request a trade to another contender, like, say, maybe the Crows. Or maybe someone like North Melbourne. But hang on a minute, I've got to keep Dunkley happy, or else he's going to end up going to somewhere like maybe Geelong. We're going to have to keep Ryan Gardner. He's a 94 rated defender. He's a 94 rated utility. Got to keep him on at all costs. Got to do something to keep Josh Dunkley happy. 5-year deal. He wants $836K. He is re-signed with the Western Bulldogs. Heading into the new season, we've still got 26 players under contract. We're not training Bus Langer at all. Let's go to Brisbane. I've got to find a way to keep Dunkley happy at the Bulldogs. Fletcher. Harris Andrews. Who else would Dunkley want for Brisbane to keep him happy at the Dogs? Hugh McCluggage. Got to get McCluggage. He had just won the 2026 Brownlow medal. And maybe Jared Berry. And who do we trade away? Well, Davidson, Shade. Arms. Well, he's getting out of there in all harm's way. Pick 56, and that is another deal accepted. We're getting a couple of lions to join our squad. Let's re-sign some uncontracted players. Let's re-sign some uncontracted people. Give Bustling 6 more years. He's the future of the Bulldogs backline. Let's give Philpy another year. Lachlan Smith will probably just let him walk. West. We've got to keep West. We've got to keep Riley West at all costs. His dad Scott was nearly won a Brownlow medal at the Bulldogs all those years ago. Sanders, we definitely have to keep him. He's part of our future plans. Same with Croft. We've got to keep him around for our future plans at the Bulldogs. Now for more free agents to sign. So we are also getting Bramble, possibly. He's been promoted to the senior list. Anyone else that wants to come to the Dogs? We can't afford to let Dunkley leave again. Well, Kieran Briggs has opted to join the Saints as a restricted free agent. So we're going to need a bit of backup ruck help. We'll probably just let Lachlan Smith walk. So we'll trade Dolan and Smith to the Saints just to get Marshall. We'll promote Philp to a senior list. He's been really good over at the Bulldogs. And we'll also promote Bianco to the senior list. Well, that's a few Dogs already promoted to the senior list. Hello, Carlton. Bramble for pick 62. That's another trade accepted from the Dogs. Free agency's officially closed. Let's head into the draft. Well, we don't have a national draft pick. Because our main focus is trying to keep Josh Dunkley happy. Now we head to the rookie draft. So we decided to relist Muratori. Jax will be back as a rookie. Same as... Yes, he does, Shannon. He played with the Lions in real life and also in this... He used to play for the Bulldogs, but in this rebuild, I've decided to bring him back to the Western Bulldogs to actually try to help him win another premiership, as he was their key in the previous premiership run. As bringing back most of our old players. Well, we kind of almost got like the same roster. We barely even retooled for the 2027 season. Facilities, let's upgrade the... Do some more upgrading. We just upgraded the turf. We now simulate heading into May. We lost to Brisbane. We lost to, well, in this rebuild, Dunkley's farmer team, Brisbane. Dogs are second after round 10. We're still chasing that glory. And that is the premiership. And it looks like the Bulldogs have drafted Matthias Filippo. Well, this is not the first time the Filippo name is playing for the Bulldogs. Matthias's father, Sam Filippo, played 3 games for the Bulldogs in 1995. And he came from Woodville, West Torrens. And then he got delisted and went to Port Magpies after this. It's a bit of a reunion with an old name. Harry Roston, GWS recently got rid of him. And the Bulldogs have drafted Nathan O'Driscoll. Well, let's hope that worked out better than what the previous, when we drafted the other, his younger brother. He unfortunately got concussed and then retired. Just straight after he got drafted. Which saw us get a mid-season draft pick with Ripstra. We've lost to Melbourne. Seems we can't beat Melbourne in this rebuild. They seem to be like our bogey side or something after that 2021 grand final. We ended up losing that one. Well, the Dogs are third. Qualifying final, we got Collingwood. Qualifying final, we're dealing with Collingwood. You got Waitman back from injury. We'll play Gardner down back. Well, Adam Trelaw's basically retired. So we'll need to play a backup ruck to deal with Darcy Cameron. And look at that, the Bulldogs are in another preliminary final. Let's say we play better than what we did in the 2026 prelim. Well, we're dealing with the Bombers. How and when did Essendon win a final? Only in a fantasy world Essendon can win a final in this reality, in this sim. Well, we're in the grand final for 2027. Could this be a flag-winning Bulldogs side? We haven't won a premiership since 2016. We lost a 199 rated player. Will be the gain of a couple more 99 rated players. Make Kennedy middle power substitute. As we'll get a 99 rated Ford back in for the grand final. Berry. He comes in for Kennedy. As the Bulldogs, they need a bit more grand final experience. Will the Premiership be back at the Scray? Back at the Scray after 11 long years. And we'll hand you over to Anthony Hudson and the crew. After this Western Bulldogs rebuild is finished, which team should I rebuild next? Whether it's just a men's team or should I rebuild both a men's and a women's team? If I had to rebuild both programs, I might have to go with Richmond, as their women's team is currently under review.
Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Hudson. Welcome to Saturday afternoon football. It's great to have you with us at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. The grand final is here at last. This should be a classic between Adelaide and the Dogs. It's the best of the best. Winner takes all. A season full of twists and turns comes to its conclusion. Who will be crowned Premier today? The skipper leads his team out onto the field. Daniel Harford joins me. Who's your pick today, Harf?
Thanks, Hutto. I like the Crows. They've been the best side all year, and I see no reason to drop off them now. As long as they don't lose their nerve, they should be holding up the cup at the end.
We'll see if you're right, Harf. Thank you. The umpire and the two captains are ready for the toss. The 1997 preliminary final between the Crows and the Bulldogs at the MCG seemed to be in the latter's keeping when Tony Liberatore snapped at goal with 11 minutes remaining in the final turn. Libba believed he'd goal, but the goal umpire disagreed and the margin stood at 23. The Crows then rattled off the next 4 goals. The sublime Darren Jarman putting them in front with his third major with less than 2 minutes remaining. There they would stay as they broke Bulldog hearts and booked themselves a date with St Kilda in the grand final. The final scores 12-21-93 to 13-13-91. The pinnacle of the football calendar is finally underway. O'Brien wins the first tap. Berry, some indirect ball movement here. Who can run onto this and pump it forward? Kicks to space. Good disciplined defence. Ryan, he's copped some of his own medicine. Seizes the moment. He's right on his distance. It'll be a close thing. He had no interest in taking any chances.
They've got an opportunity here to get the ball down the other end quickly.
Back into play. Quality delivery by foot. Doesn't often waste it. Berry on a lead. And they're away. Rankin has found some space. Burgess has got loose. Berry gets his kick despite the heat. They've turned it over. What's he got on offer? The Dogs showing some good signs early. No one can mark. Gardner made the footy his. Throws it on the boot. Ryan went bang. You can't question his commitment. Gardner doing what he does best. Richards thought his way through it. Norton. One of the easier decisions the umpires will need to make today. Can he find a teammate? Sanders finds himself unattended. Crosses the paint. Lace out. Great footy.
Should be able to think his way through this.
For the match's first goal. No, it won't even score. Can they get something going? The interchange bench might be calling after that, Blue.
Relatively straightforward kick, but that's easy to say from here.
Heads for home. It's close. What does the goal umpire say? Minor score.
Gee, he'd be disappointed with that, but he'll back himself to make amends if he gets a chance.
He's off. That's good vision. The kick was centimetre perfect. Tidy ball. Darcy read it well.
These half chances can often be the difference.
For the first goal of the grand final, listen to the roar.
It's always good for the confidence to see that first shot go straight through.
The Dogs are off to the ideal start. English looking for territory. Berry. Phil clears the area. Richards gives away a free and the moment passes. His field kicking is normally first rate. The kick is precise. Somehow release the ball. They've got them on the overlap. Phil intercepts. The Dogs are up and about early. English with a chance to run. That's skillful. They're moving the footy well here. What's he got on offer? Normally delivers. Norton. Dangerous to leave on his own. Sanders.
Hang on a minute, I think I got 10-minute quarters there. I just set it back to 5-minute quarters. I know.
Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Hudson. Welcome to Saturday afternoon football. We're coming to you from the Melbourne Cricket Ground. This is the Toyota AFL Grand Final between Adelaide and the Dogs. These two teams have outlasted everybody. They've overcome obstacles and proved themselves to be the best two teams in the comp. But nobody wants second prize. And here come the visitors. The 1997 preliminary final between the Crows and the Bulldogs at the MCG seemed to be in the latter's keeping when Tony Liberatore snapped at goal with 11 minutes remaining in the final term. Libba believed he'd goal, but the goal umpire disagreed and the margin stood at 23. The Crows then rattled off the next 4 goals. The sublime Darren Jarman putting them in front with his 3rd major with less than 2 minutes remaining. There they would stay as they broke Bulldog hearts and booked themselves a date with St Kilda in the grand final. The final scores 12-21-93 to 13-13-91. Here we go. The grand final gets underway. O'Brien wins the first hit out. Berry, Dawson. If he thought he was getting away, he was sadly mistaken. No prior, and we'll have a ball up. O'Brien showing his skills. Draper, Dawson, Berry. It's a deep kick. Defence 101 there. Thilthorpe. Sloppy disposal, and we'll have a throw in. Gary Lyon is here. Gaz, what are your thoughts on what we've seen so far?
Oh, there's a bit of niggle in this one early. A couple of players already unhappy with some attention off the ball.
Draper, solid tackle. He was trying to beat a path to goal, but he was shut down quickly. O'Brien got his palm to it. Draper, Berry. He should kick it. He does. He's got the first of the grand final.
They're after a big game from him today, and that's a great start.
The Crows on the board early. Rucks go at it. Berry gets his hands on it early. Good for the confidence. O'Brien. Thilthorpe just had to get it out. Dawson bends it around the body. That's on target. Through it goes.
That's a great way to open your account. His confidence will be sky high.
The Crows with the first 2 in the blink of an eye. The big men fly. Draper can send them into attack. Dawson hits the deck. Missed opportunity. Rochelle is always dangerous inside 50. It's a goal.
The Crows are going from strength to strength. They've got all the answers at the minute.
The Crows are showing why they were well back to win this match. O'Brien showing his skills. Draper, Dawson. Andrews, you beauty! Doesn't often waste it. Bennett farms it out. They're going hammer and tong. Look at him go. The aerialist will battle for this ball. Sanders uses the body well. Bennett, it's a tough game. Gets the kick away. I felt that one from here. When one tackle just won't do. The umpire says he had no prior. Good ruck work, like Batman and Robin. They're on point so far. The defence has fallen down. Rochelle marks inside 50 and can have a shot.
He hasn't got his name on the goal scorers list yet. Here's a good chance.
It's a thumping kick, but it's off target, a minor score.
Some good work to create that shot on goal, but unfortunately, the finish let them down.
Dale to bring it back in. English on a lead. Normally delivers. The Dogs are out of trouble. Can he impose himself on the match? Thumped away. Darcy navigated the traffic. Richards. Brown. He stopped in his tracks. He still found a way. Darcy hunting the footy. Key didn't need to be asked twice. Laird. No easy exit. No free kick, and they've got a stoppage in a dangerous position. English wins it down. Draper leading from the front. O'Brien, good build-up. That's well played. Slick hands. This is promising. Which way will it bounce? Rochelle. Touch and go. Misses.
He's missed a couple now. Might just bring a few doubts into his head.
The Dogs desperately need to shift the momentum. Quality delivery by foot. Fraser can keep it moving. They've got to get a wriggle on. West, big tackle laid. The umpire says he made an attempt to get it out. The two big men do battle. He's copped some of his own medicine. Throws it on the boot. Waitman attracted a crowd. They appeal for a free kick, but will have a stoppage. O'Brien showing his skills. Peatling. He hasn't kicked a goal yet. Does he get one here? No, it bounces off the post.
They might need to be more patient in constructing better shots at goal.
Caulfield to bring it in. Generosity is a wonderful quality, but not on a football field.
It's one of those ones that should be kicked. It's amazing how often players miss them.
Rochelle, you know what's coming. He punches it through, and they are flying.
If this league grows any bigger, we might see some heads start to drop.
The Crows have made some start to the grand final. The big men fly. Dunkley gets his kick despite the heat. English reads the place so well. Darcy, O'Brien intercepts. Draper with a chance to run. That might attract a pack. Andrews wins the contest and can relieve the pressure. McCluggage, that's good work rate. Caulfield bangs it long. Coming, graceful, majestic, spectacular. Tidy ball. Gardner. The Dogs have been out of sorts. It must be his birthday. That'll work. He's made a bright start. Thilthorpe has marked in front of goal.
He's not on the board yet. That should change here.
Let's try this again.
Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Hudson. Welcome to Saturday afternoon football. It's great to have you with us at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. This is the Toyota AFL Grand Final between Adelaide and the Dogs. This is the day when dreams come true, when hearts are broken, when reputations are enhanced or diminished. For some, it will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Here come the teams. Daniel Hartford joins me. Who's your pick today, Harf?
Thanks, Hutto. I'm going with the Crows. They've been the best side all year, and I see no reason to drop off them now. As long as they don't lose their nerve, they should be holding up the cup at the end.
Thanks for those insights, Harf. As the teams huddle, the two captains shake hands for the toss. The 1997 preliminary final between the Crows and the Bulldogs at the MCG seemed to be in the latter's keeping when Tony Liberatore snapped at goal with 11 minutes remaining in the final term. Libba believed he'd goal, but the goal umpire disagreed and the margin stood at 23. The Crows then rattled off the next 4 goals. The sublime Darren Jarman putting them in front with his third major with less than 2 minutes remaining. There they would stay as they broke Bulldog hearts and booked themselves a date with St Kilda in the grand final. The final scores 12-21-93 to 13-13-91. Here we go. The grand final gets underway. O'Brien wins the first ruck contest. Draper, centre square, loose ball. It's a hot footy. And we will do it all again. The two big men do battle. McCluggage will be important as always. The kick is precise. Normally delivers. Darcy has found some space. Keeps it low. The Dogs moving the ball well. They've picked their way through. This ought to end in a goal.
He couldn't believe his luck finding that much space inside the forward 50.
That's offline. Didn't really give it a chance.
That passage of play deserved a better finish.
Trying to catch them out. Towards the boundary line. Keane in the clear. Good work rate. Picking their way through. Honours the lead. Takes the logical option. Rankin. Well-weighted kick. Neil Bullen in the centre square. The Crows can build something here. Andrews went bang. Happy to concede it behind.
They've got an opportunity here to get the ball down the other end quickly.
Dale to bring it back in. English can keep it moving. Good looking kick. The Dogs are out of trouble. Well played. What's he got on offer? That's skillful. Darcy with a chance to run. Shaves the grass with that one. Norton on a lead. Brown has taken a terrific mark.
That was great use of the body. He's so hard to beat in those situations.
Through it goes.
They're in front, and they really should be, given their ascendancy in contested ball clearances and inside 50s.
The first goal was a while coming, but the early signs are we're in for a great contest. English gets his hand to it. Bontempelli, McCluggage with time. Bennett, Norton gets to the front spot and can line them up.
Kicking at his first.
He's given it a tug and missed.
They'll need to clamp down on him. He'll torch him if they keep giving him that sort of space.
Back into play. Quality delivery by foot. The Crows might be about to start something. That's a good option, and this looks promising. They've opened them up here. His field kicking is normally first rate. No wonder coaches go grey. They're on point so far. Keen to get the ball moving. Dale, can he hit a target? Defence 101 there. Caulfield. Dunkley. He's stopped in his tracks. He's drawn a crowd. That's a great tackle, and it's been rewarded.
You've got to be quicker than that.
Neil Bullen working hard and presenting well. Burgess outbodied his opponent and took a ripper. Tidy ball. Thilthorpe is the target, and he marks.
This is going to have to be a terrific kick, but he's certainly capable.
Set sail for home, and he has delivered.
That will do his conference the world of good to start like that.
The Crows are within a point. O'Brien wins the hit out. Berry absorbs the pressure. No one able to clear the footy, so we'll have another ball up. O'Brien showing his skills. Dawson. This is promising. Sweeping handball. He's lost possession. Bontempelli with a chance now. That's well played. What's he got on offer? The Dogs look sharp early. Punched away. Waitman. He'll be picking grass out of his teeth after that. Berry taken to ground. They appeal for a free kick, but will have a stoppage. The two big men do battle. Draper read it best. Dawson, he doesn't waste many. Gardner wins it back. Great mark. Phil thought his way through it. Neil Bullen with the big fist. They are hunting the ball carrier. That's holding the footy.
Not sure there was much prior opportunity there.
Clever kick. This is good ball movement. Can he find a teammate? Darcy works hard to present. Not wanting to bomb to a contest. Waitman has got off the chain. It's a poor inside 50. Goes laterally. Saligo with a chance to relieve the pressure. Laird doesn't often waste it. Neil Bullen all on his own. He's made a hot start to this match. Sanders. That is a thumping kick. No one's going to stop that. What a ripper.
That's a great way to open your account. His confidence will be sky high.
The Dogs were underdogs coming in, but they look anything but in the early going. English wins it out of the centre. Bontempelli, Berry, Bennett. He didn't break stride. Dunkley, this will go close. Has he got the journey? Brown, all on his own in the goal square.
They've hit the ground running, and a goal here will give them a handy break.
As simple as it gets.
The Crows are a bit reactive at the moment. That goal was too easy.
The Dogs having a good patch. O'Brien with the tap. Draper, Saligo, Peatling, Rankin. Probably too far out to score. Searching kick. Buslinger doing what he does best. Burgess. Dale tasked with the kick in. Nankervis. He can make them pay royally. Can he finish it off?
If he can split the middle here, he might just have an argument to play forward more often.
He shoots it goal. How's the kick? No good.
It's no coincidence that the team that kicks better at goal generally wins the game.
1 quarter down. It's been entertaining so far, and there's little in it on the scoreboard. Gary Lyon is with us. What do you make of this one, Gaz?
You couldn't say it's been dull despite the lack of goals. Contested ball and clearances are very even, and both defences are holding up beautifully. Who will crack first? Perhaps no one will. In which case, we've got a cracking contest on our hands.
Good on you, Gary. Thank you. O'Brien smashes it out of there. Draper, Saligo, Greenwood, kicks laterally. Neil Bullen, he's everywhere at the moment. Rochelle, he's plucked it and should have a shot.
He's not on the board yet. That should change here.
Needs it to bend back, but it's not going to.
If they lose this match, bad kicking at goal will be the #1 reason.
Caulfield to bring it in. Generosity is a wonderful quality, but not on a football field.
It's so important to be efficient in front of goal, especially when it's tight on the scoreboard.
Here comes the banana. He's missed.
They're missing some opportunities and it could really come back to bite.
Taking no risks with the kick in. He's hit up the lead. Normally delivers. Greenwood making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. Caulfield. Bennett in some space on the wing. Neat little stab kick. The runner will be out in a minute. It's a bad mistake. He might have thought about the corridor. Good thinking and good execution too. They're moving the footy well here. They've got a problem now, picking their way through. Ryan got a fist in. Murray, Laird, probing ball. Peatling working hard and being rewarded. He's had little impact so far. Rankin marks on centre wing, and the kick inside 50 lets them down. Fraser presents in space. He's struggled to make an impact to this point. Dunkley, dangerous to leave on his own. Marshall, got to get it forward now. Berry, desperate to win it back. Is anyone home? Rochelle uses the body well.
It'll take his best, but we've seen him do it before.
He hasn't had his kicking boot on, and that's not going to improve the situation.
They've got to start making these opportunities count.
Back into play. O'Brien trying to bring the Crummers into play. He'll kick this. In he goes. And he has delivered.
That's why they want the ball in his hands.
The Crows have trimmed the margin back to 2 points. O'Brien has shaded the ruck battle despite the scoreboard. McCluggage, who's front and centre? Marshall, he put himself in the line of fire. Brown, it fell into his arms. He's kicked a goal.
If they can get up ahead of steam, they'll be hard to stop. That was a terrific passage of play, culminating in a great goal.
So the underdogs throwing down the gauntlet. You can see their belief growing. O'Brien wins it out of the centre. Saligo in the back is the call. Looking to hit up the short option. Pedlar! He's outmarked 2 of them. They're moving the footy quickly. Thilthorpe can just about go all the way.
He's batting at 100% so far.
It's a deep kick. Andrews tries to spike it out of the danger zone. Danger averted, frantic defence.
That's smart play, really. There's no point taking unnecessary risks.
Dale brings it back in. Turnover. That could be a painful mistake.
Goals have been tough to come by. Got to make the most of your opportunities.
This time, perhaps. No. If he fell out of a boat, he'd miss the water right now.
If they lose this game, they'll only have themselves to blame.
Caulfield to bring it back in. English, can he hit a target? Quality delivery by foot. Tidy ball. Well played. Short pass looks good. Marshall has found some space. They've got them on the overlap. Shoal takes an excellent grab. The Crows might be about to start something. Manages to find a teammate. Dunkley couldn't mark, so he brings it to ground. Brown, he's missed.
Well, you can't afford to dwell on it. Just got to make sure you get the next one.
Laird heads wide with the kick in. The kick was centimetre perfect. Lowers the eyes. Neil Bullen. It's a tough game. He's been busy so far. They're fighting tooth and nail not to give up a goal. It hasn't been a great spectacle, but at least it's close. English with the tap. McCluggage goes for home. He doesn't miss many, and that is no exception.
Well, he saw the opening and put it away. Makes a real difference if you can consistently take those kinds of opportunities.
The Dogs with the past 2 goals. O'Brien got his palm to it. Saligo, Peatling honours the lead. The defence is disorganised. Rankin drops into the hole and marks.
These half chances can often be the difference.
It's a decent strike, but it'll fall short. Disciplined defence called for and provided.
They've got an opportunity here to get the ball down the other end quickly.
Dale tasked with the kick in. English in the clear. They're playing with purpose and poise. Busslinger, well done. They have absolutely spifflicated him. The umpire will have it. English punches it out of the ruck. McCluggage, Dunkley, Richards, Bennett, English. They need a kick. The Crows have denied them the corridor. This is good ball movement. Darcy, all alone in the centre square. Looking to get it down there quickly. Marshall, steadies, fires, bullseye!
They took the right options in moving that ball forward and were able to take the opportunity when it presented.
The Dogs have opened up a break. English wins it like Batman and Robin. McCluggage comes free in the tackle. Richards drives it inside the forward 50. Dunkley outbodied his opponent and took a ripper.
This would give him a shot of confidence.
Goes goalward and he's off target.
That passage of play deserved a better finish.
The Crows desperately need to shift the momentum. Nankervis can keep it moving. Peatling with a chance to relieve the pressure. Greenwood working hard and presenting well. Saligo all on his own. The major interval is upon us. Lots to debate and discuss during the halftime break for fans, commentators and coaches alike. Time for some more insights from Gary on the boundary.
The Crows are still in this somehow. It really should be out of their reach when you look at the stats sheet, but it's not. They need to start winning the ball out of the centre and getting it into their forwards quickly. Some scoreboard pressure could make a very different game of it.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Gary. It's been a great duel between the two big men. Fraser, it would be a hard umpire who would ping him for that. O'Brien wins it. Peatling, Berry, they need a spark. They should have been going forward. Now they'll have to defend. Waitman, that's good work rate. Marshall. You know how this ends. You just know how it ends.
So important to get reward for effort. On that occasion, the finish matched the quality of the work upfield.
The Dogs have one hand on the cup. Punch clear. Dunkley. McCluggage. They're huffing and puffing. Ryan clears the area. He hasn't hit the scoreboard yet. He has now.
The Crows are being asked some big questions right now. Perhaps the most important is, do you really believe?
The Dogs have come with a rush, and they might be unassailable soon. The big men fly. Berry just shoveled it out. They've put themselves under pressure, feeling the heat. They're tackling with venom today. The two big men do battle. Fraser, Dunkley, throws it on the boot. Dale, he's gone. Peatling gets there first. A good kick here, and they'll be in business. Neil Bullen. He's besieged. They want ball, but they're not going to get it. O'Brien wins the hit out. Peatling under pressure. You can't question his commitment. He's drawn a crowd. He was optimistic if he thought he could break that tackle. Rucks go at it. Fraser, where's one for the team? taken. That's a big play.
They just need this to stem the flow.
Kicking for his first. O'Brien read it best and will cut the margin.
Opportunity for a check side here.
He can sniff a goal, but that's a letdown. Perhaps he should have given it off. Good-looking kick. Dunkley on a lead. The Dogs are playing some great footy. Dale makes position. Scholl doing what he does best. Met solidly. And he's done for holding the ball.
He's not happy, but the call's correct.
It's been that kind of day for them. They're well drilled. Greenwood with another spoil. He's under close attention. No way through there, and they'll reset. English with a deft tap. Philippou. Richards. Into the pocket he goes. Brown commands the footy.
They just haven't had an answer for him, nor many of his teammates, to be fair.
Can he bend this through? Yes, he can.
That's what happens when you leave players in space inside 50. It's going to hurt you on the scoreboard.
The Crows need to pull their finger out. They've been poor. Good ruck work. Fletcher, McCluggage, solid tackle. You can see their confidence growing. Caulfield, you asked for it, you got it. No one able to clear the footy, so we'll have another ball up. O'Brien with the tap. Peatling has some attention to deal with. Berry. Phil ensures there's no second chance. Can he hit a target? The Dogs might be in a spot of bother. Pedler, right place, right time, goal.
The Crows not out of this by any stretch of the imagination.
The Crows need to follow that goal up. The big men fly. Draper, Dawson. Can he be the fire starter? Rochelle, dangerous to leave on his own. It's on the way. Good-looking kick. He's dobbed it.
The Dogs need a rethink if they thought they had this one.
The Crows will not lie down. The big men fly. Bontempelli, McCluggage, Fletcher, incisive handball. Philippou, what can he do with it? He's hit up the lead, keen to get the ball moving. He's lost his bearings. That's well played. Neat little worm burner. Neil Bullen works hard to present. Searching kick. The Crows having a great patch.
After I finish this Western Bulldogs rebuild, which team should I rebuild next with all the new signings?
Going at his second. That's a poor kick, and the moment has passed. He's had little impact so far. Caulfield has charged into space. They say the road to hell is paved with good intentions and short passing in the back line.
Would be an understatement to say they need this.
6 points on the way. No, he'll have to settle for one, courtesy of the post.
They're within striking distance, but they need to make the most of their shots on goal.
Caulfield with the footy. Quality delivery by foot. Slowing it down. Doesn't often waste it. Richards. It fell into his arms. Uses the non-preferred. West. Good vision there. Darcy. What's he got on offer? We've seen this before, and you just get the feeling we're going to see it some more.
The big forward is threatening to blow this game apart.
It's not over yet, but it might be soon. The big men fly. Bontempelli on the same page as his ruck. Peatling, he's set upon. Their appeals have fallen on deaf ears. O'Brien smashes it out of there. Dawson, Gardner, desperate to win it back. They can smell victory. Philippou, you have to be tough to play this game.
The Dogs are playing some good footy, and if it wasn't for the occasional spot of carelessness, this game would be in their keeping.
O'Brien has shaded the ruck battle despite the scoreboard. Draper takes the hand pass. Berry. Peatling marks. Will he go the bomb? They need a mark. That's a fine mark in the back pocket, and they might have dodged a bullet. Berry in the clear. The Dogs came in confident, but I'm not sure even they expected they would be this far in front with a quarter to play. It's time for some observations from Gary Lyon.
The Dogs are smashing them in both contested and uncontested possessions, and there's no doubt their appetite for the contest has been far greater. When they get both their inside and outside games going at once, they are a force to be reckoned with. They're balanced, potent and hungry.
Good on you, Gary. Thank you. O'Brien with a deft tap. Draper. Philippou didn't need to be asked twice. He was tackled high and will take a free kick. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Just has to hit a target. Sanders. Here's real danger now.
This would just about snuff them out if he's successful.
Hasn't got hold of that one. It'll be a behind.
The way they've kicked a goal today, you wouldn't have been surprised if that had gone through too.
Laird brings it back in. Ryan has found some space. Normally delivers. Darcy couldn't mark, so he brings it to ground. He's been industrious. This is good ball movement. Rankin, they've got a problem now. Can he find a teammate? Buslinger tries to spike it out of the danger zone. Neil Bullen rams it home.
Better ball movement on that occasion allowed them to open up that opportunity in front of goal, and they've got full reward for it.
The Crows have been outplayed, but they're hanging tough. Marshall with the tap. Berry. Sanders at centre half forward. Pokes it into the pocket. Keane wins it back. Great mark. His field kicking is normally first rate. The kick was centimetre perfect. Neil Bullen. Peatling. This is more positive. Well played. Happy to be patient and wait for an opening. Keen to get the ball moving. Bangs it long. O'Brien! That one was always his. Rankin. They're building something dangerous here. Berry drops into the hole and marks.
If you can steer this one through, you just never know.
Not his best. Marshall was quick to judge the fall of that ball. Bontempelli has a vice-like grip. I've liked his game today. Good thinking and good execution too. Chips to half-back. Phil, all on his own. Conservative kick. Norton working hard and being rewarded. They're moving the footy well here. That's a useful ball. Honours the lead. Heads for the pocket. Who's front and centre? Darcy. Looks good. He's steered it through.
They've been consistently able to find avenues to goal through quick and direct ball movement.
The Dogs clearly didn't read the script. They were supposed to struggle today. It's been a great duel between the two big men. Bontempelli, Richards. He's been accosted. There might have been an argument for a free kick there. Marshall punches it out of the ruck like Batman and Robin. Richards. They're fighting tooth and nail not to give up a goal. Got to get rid of it quickly. That's not quick enough.
Nothing wrong with ambition, but you've got to know your limits.
Ryan, he's copped one high. Slick hands. I felt that one from here. Even with the game well won, their pressure is still elite. The two big men do battle. Comes free in the tackle. Berry. Gardner. Spoils. Dawson. He doesn't waste many. Rankin. That's good work rate. The Crows have been out of sorts. Andrews with the big fist. Thilthorpe. Boot. Ball. Goal.
He has produced a clinical finish there to cap off a terrific passage of play.
The Crows haven't played great footy, but they're hanging in there. Rucks go at it. Draper. A quick getaway wasn't possible. That's a bit of a waste. Bennett. A good kick here and they'll be in business. Keane making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. Waitman. He's going for home. And why wouldn't he with a finish like that?
That's a real bonus. Terrific composure under pressure.
The Crows need a miracle now. The big men fly. Berry, McCluggage, Richards. He'll drive them inside 50 yet again. Waitman, desperate defence. Richards, Bontempelli, Philippou. Through it goes, and they extend the lead.
The Dogs are going from strength to strength. They've got all the answers at the minute.
They're streaming towards the exits now. English with a deft tap. Bontempelli, McCluggage manages to get off a handball.
After a
O'Brien, not a lot of
away,
positives today.
the Western Bulldogs are going to be
stripped
our
of the
top
footy.
friendlies.
Keys, Greenwood,
I
but
bet
hasn't
I'll
quite
have
got the
the
wheels. Andrews, they must be sick of the sight of that. He's got another one.
They might want to tighten up on him. They gave him too much space on that occasion, and he made the most of it.
They've pulled one back, but they
Which
need
team
plenty
should I do
more where
next
that came
rebuild
from.
of? In the comment
English has
section.
probably got the points at this stage. Bennett, Berry, good tackle. The Dogs looking ominous. Norton punched away. It'll be tossed in the pocket.
The Crows have a quality attacking midfield, but I don't think they run quite as hard in defensive transition, and they've been found out today.
English showing his skills. McCluggage, Bontempelli, boot to ball, and that's a goal.
He's exerting a huge influence over this match. 1 minute he's winning a clearance, the next he's kicking a goal. His work ethic is enormous.
The sting's well and truly gone out of this one. O'Brien got his palm to it. Draper, clever kick. Keys, kicking for his first. Thilthorpe has taken a terrific mark. In he goes.
It's been a dark day, but that was a more positive passage of play, and it should result in a goal.
There's one back.
He's certainly one who can hold his head up high. He's been terrific.
They've split 8 goals for the term. Both defences are under pressure. English wins it out of the centre. Berry, that's poor play. Couldn't burst through. O'Brien affects the turnover. Peatling, Rochelle is in the clear and marks uncontested.
He hasn't managed to find the middle yet. He should do so here.
He hasn't kicked a goal today, and he still hasn't.
They were never going to win the match, but the scoreboard will be looking much more respectable if they kick straight.
Back into play. Oh no, what's he doing? golden opportunity here.
He hasn't got his name on the goal scorers list yet. Here's a good chance.
Outside of the boot. He loves these, but that one is not his best.
You just wonder how many more chances like that they're going to get.
Dale brings it back in. Bennett uses the body well. Tidy ball. Siren, the sweetest sound of all. A great team becomes a champion team. What were the main differences today, Half?
The Dogs can't be doubted anymore. They are the best team in the competition. It's ended up being a comfortable margin that probably reflects the true difference between the sides, but I don't think they ever felt comfortable until the last few minutes. This is a triumph worthy of the immense effort and dedication given to the cause.
Thanks for that, Captain Obvious.
hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you soon on the next rebuild.